Hello everyone. So today we're going to be taking a look at the super robot Chogokin, the King of Braves Genesic Gaogaigar. This was the 8th series in the Brave franchise, and one of my favorite pieces for sure. So we'll be taking a look at him. We'll be going through some of the accessories and some of his articulation, maybe do some size comparison with other Brave models or figures, and just talk about what I think about the figure. This is a really good piece, so we'll see how it goes. So let's get into that. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at some of his articulation. This was the last Brave series that ever was on TV. And I think it came out in 99, if I'm not mistaken. So, it's a relatively old series, but still a good one. I recommend it if you haven't seen it. So I know we're supposed to be getting a Blu-ray of it here shortly. So what we're going to do first is I'm actually going to take off his actually like part of his like hair pieces. So I'm going to take that off first just so we can see. And so he's got some decent articulation in the head, so he can move from side to side, multiple angles. He can look up, but not very much. So, and you do have to be cognizant of his crown, that crown piece. He's got kind of like a metal one and a plastic one, which is really cool. So, just in case you lose one, you have another one as a replacement. But that's what you've got for head articulation. Now for the shoulders, okay, those will go up about there. The arm will go up to about that. So that's pretty good there. And then he's got some tricep swivel there. That'll go in and out like that. He's also got some movement at the bicep as well. So he's got a little bit of that there. So, you've got pretty good articulation there. Not much for the wrist. You do have some, but not a ton. So he's got a little bit there, but you're not going to get a ton. But he's got extra hands for some of that, especially when you want to do the protect shade. He's got separate hands for that. So we've got some of that there. Now, he's of course, for the lion's head, this does open and close. All right, and then for part of the mane will go up. This is actually so he can do the hell and heaven kind of two fist attack. So you can do that pretty good there. But he's got a pretty decent range of motion, all things considered. So they really did do a good job on that. So you've got that. And then for his ab articulation, he's actually got this interesting thing where he can actually look up all the way up like that. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but you can do that there. So he's got some interesting ab articulation. So you can go really up or really down, right? But where he actually lacks is from side to side. There's actually not much that you can do from side to side. I don't know if that's just the design itself, or maybe they just didn't think to give him a lot of articulation on the side. But you've got decent there. You got some decent articulation there, so he can do quite a few different things there. Now, for his legs, all right, he pretty much has. Let's move his side skirt up. He can move it up, but like I said, it's okay. Like the legs are okay. It will hold because this is die cast, so he can hold it. He does have some knee bend there, so he can bend the knee there and then kind of have it up like this. All right. I don't know if you'd be able to get like a kneeling pose out of that. It'd be kind of hard, but he's got decent there. and then it will go out. You can actually take the side skirts off. I didn't mean to do that, but that just came out. But you got a little peg there, so it will go back in. So, but you've got like, he's got some decent side articulation like that. So he can't do the splits entirely, but he's got some decent ones. Now for his feet, he's kind of got like, I don't know if you call those eagle feet or not, but you got, some toe articulation there. That'll help you with his posing because he really doesn't have any side to side as far as his feet, and that may just be the design itself, but you're not really going to be able to move that all that well. So, but you get it in the toes and stuff like that. So at least he'll stay stable. And the back ones actually help you out quite a bit as far as giving him some decent ability to stand. So as you see, you got that there. I can put this back in there. So, all right, so let's put his hair pieces back on here. So this one goes up here, and then this one goes here. Oh, I got that in there good enough. All right, so there you go. So considering he's almost a 10-year-old figure, he's got some pretty good articulation. He's pretty heavy. He does have a lot of die cast in here, so he's pretty stable. He's actually just as tight as he was when I first got him out of the box, so I haven't had any problems with him whatsoever. So let's take a look at his backpack real quick. I'll move this out of the way. And so what you've got, you're going to watch this mechanism here in the back, and this is actually pretty cool what they do. So pretty much what you do is you just take this and move that out like that, and then look at that mechanism just automatically falls into place. So that's pretty awesome. And then this actually will fold in and out, and then this is the connection piece here. And then for the tail, you do have a little bit of bend there, but not a ton. So, so you got that. So then we'll go ahead and attach that back on. This goes back in there like that. Oops. All right. So there you have it. So that's it for articulation. Now we'll get into some of his accessories. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at some of the accessories for Genesic Gaogaigar. So of course, as you can see, he has about 4 sets of hands, including the ones that he already has on, which would make a total of 5. So of course here you have the Hell and Heaven hands. Right. This is when the gadget tools merge with his hands. He's going to create his super move. So you got that. This is the Hell and Heaven after he does his little chant. So you can do that as well. You've got the Protect Shade hands here. So, and that's actually a combination of these two. You would just put this on here and then put the hands on there. So you've got that. You've got the I Will Destroy You hands. If you've seen Gaogaigar Final, you kind of know what I'm talking about. But this is when he kind of points at the enemy and says, I will destroy you. That's kind of an iconic scene. So you've got those hands as well. And then you've got a pair of open hands. Right, so you've got those. You've also got 2 extra parts for the drills on the knees. So spiral gow, and so you got extra pair of those as well. And then you've got the gadget tools here. So you've got the wheel knife,
and he puts that on his hand here. That's the guy that actually pilots Gaogaigar. That was one of his moves. So you got the wheel knife there, and then you've got the bolting driver. So you've got this here, and that's pretty much his tail. His tail has like all of his gadgets and stuff on there, and so they kind of separate, and he kind of does all these special moves and stuff. So you got a lot of stuff going on there. So, but this all comes in the box. Like especially nowadays, you kind of see that most of the time they kind of sell these things all separately now. Which I actually don't like. This was actually a really good set because it pretty much comes with almost all of his moves. Now, Super Robot Wars has given him some extra moves as well. Like I think he has like the Goldian armor, I think, and stuff like that. So you got that there, and then you actually got the second part of his crown there. So if I can get that to focus, there you go. But yeah, so he's got that. So you've got an extra set just in case you lose one. So he's got quite a bit of accessories. Also, the fist on him, he can actually do the broken magnum as well. So this whole part comes out, if I can pull it all out like that. So if you've got an extra stand or something, you can do that. So he's got quite a bit of things going on for him. And so this is all the accessories for Genesic Gaogaigar. Okay, so real quick, we're just going to take a look at some size comparisons. So roughly, he stands at right at about 6 inches from toe to head. Now, of course, he's kind of bent over a little bit, so he may be a little bit taller than that. But from toe to head, he's about 6 inches. If you include the hair and stuff, he's roughly at about 8. So that's what he looks like as far as that. Now, for some size comparison, let's see what I've got here. So first I have the S&P Firebird. All right, and I've already done a review on that guy. So you got Firebird there. You've got the SRC, Super Robot Chogokin, Gaogaigar. So that's kind of hard to see with his protect shade out there. Let me see if I can take that off. Hold on, there we go. So that's Gaogaigar. Eventually I'll probably do a review on him as well, especially with the new SOC Gaogaigar coming out. So he's got that, and then I've got let's put him behind there since he's the biggest one, the S&P Super Fire Dagwan. So he will fit in amazing with all of these model kits and figures. Most of them are roughly all about 6 inches. Now, of course, the Super Fire Dagwan, that one is more of a super form. So he's just slightly taller, but not by much. So if you love Brave, you will be able to get all of these. So actually, that's a good shot. I like that. But yeah, so that's it for size comparisons. Now we'll go into final thoughts. All right, so final thoughts. If you can find this guy, I would say pick him up. I really don't have any cons. The pros are he's a very versatile figure. He comes with almost all of his accessories. The one accessory I actually didn't talk about was this one here, and those are the Heaven and Hell hands that are colored, just like they were in the show. So I didn't get a chance to do those in this review, but these can be a little bit hard to find. Yeah, he's definitely worth the money. I think when I bought him back in 2014, I think he was like $50 to $60. Yeah, I think it was $50 to $60. And I think now I've seen him go for about 120. maybe even 150, but he is still around. Gaogaigar pretty much is the most popular from what I've been able to gauge of all the Brave series. They're always coming out with new versions of him. But this one, even though it's almost 10 years old, is still a really, really good piece. So if you like Gaogaigar, if you like Brave in general, or if you just kind of want want a unique looking figure, this is definitely one to pick up. So like out of 10 stars, I would pretty much give him like a 9.5. There's not too much that he can't do. So thank you guys for watching the video. I do truly appreciate it. As I try to get this channel off the ground, I'll probably be getting the Metal Build IWSP pack here shortly. So I'll do a review on that when that comes in. I would expect to see that within the next couple of weeks. But thank you guys for watching the video, and I will catch you guys in the next one.